Bonsoir. Bonsoir, 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 bonsoir. Bonsoir. Alors, désolé, j'avais prévu de streamer beaucoup plus tôt aujourd'hui, mais mon micro en a décidé autrement. C'est-à-dire que normalement, voilà, j'utilise, vous entendez peut-être la qualité perceptible de la production actuelle. C'est-à-dire que j'utilise un casque avec un micro. Casque avec un micro qui est alors correct, hein, on va pas se mentir. Franchement, le retour, les enregistrements, à chaque fois que je les écoute, c'est pas ouf, pas déglingos, mais c'est loin d'être dégueulasse. Le réglage est bon, franchement, il y a peu de problèmes niveau son, et c'est juste qu'il est capricieux mécaniquement. C'est-à-dire que si j'éteins mon PC et que je laisse le micro ouvert, enfin ouvert, parce que il y a un petit switch dans le casque qui fait que quand tu rabats le micro, il se coupe. Et quand tu le remets, il se réactive. Mais quand tu le laisses ouvert et que tu éteins l'ordi alors que le casque est branché, ça plante, ça fait tout planter, ça fout la merde. Pardon. Donc, moi qui suis un nulos, hein, j'oublie toujours cette connerie. Donc je suis obligé de faire 40 000 modifs. Et en fait, aujourd'hui, j'ai fait toutes les modifs, tout, j'ai tout essayé pour le faire revenir. Ça m'a pris au moins 45 minutes pour essayer de le faire fonctionner. Je m'en suis rendu compte 30 secondes avant de dire je vais lancer le live pour la première fois. Et en fait, j'ai bien fait hein, de faire un test parce que si ça marchait pas, bah, j'aurais lancé le live, j'aurais perdu 45 minutes en direct en train d'essayer de régler un problème technique. Alors, perdre 5 minutes à régler un problème technique, ça c'est bon, ça arrive, même au meilleur, et surtout au petit en fait, mais même au meilleur. Alors que bon, voilà, perdre 45 minutes, c'est chiant quoi. Donc, j'ai retardé, essayé de trouver une solution, machin, bref, on est bon. On est bon. Franchement, on est bon, le son est bon. J'ai j'ai reçu un petit peu d'argent là, parce que j'ai fait des courses pour une personne. J'ai acheté un truc pour une personne et elle me devait un peu d'argent. Donc elle m'a remboursé et grâce à ça, je me suis acheté un nouveau micro avec un pied. Heu, je suis donc convaincu qu'avec ce nouveau micro et ce pied qui devrait arriver d'ici le début de semaine prochaine, nous pourrons avoir, une qualité de production qui sera nettement supérieure. Donc, nous sommes donc de retour dans le jeu. Ok. Alors, on était, on était rendu, on était rendu à Monarque. Si j'ai bonne mémoire, qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc? Ultimatum, force. Il me filait ça, lui. Ok, bon, on va l'arranger. J'en ai pas spécialement besoin. Pareil, tout dégage, tout dégage. Pas besoin, pas besoin, pas besoin. Pas besoin. J'en ai pas déjà un avec moi. Je m'en fous. Ouais, je m'en fous, je m'en fous. L'automac, je garde ou j'en ai déjà un? J'en ai déjà un, j'en ai déjà un, j'en ai déjà un, ok. Alors, l'automac, je pose, ça je pose, ça je pose, ça je pose, ça je garde la vermine, ça je garde aussi, ça aussi. Oh, je m'en fous, on trouvera d'autres trucs. Et on va déposer le stuff. Alors normalement le stuff, on est plutôt parade, je m'en fous. Discrétion, je m'en fous à la limite. Parade plus 5, je m'en fous. J'ai du stuff pour up, mais ingénierie, et là ingénierie, je m'en fous, j'ai déjà ça. C'est ce qui rapporte beaucoup plus, et de toute façon ça prend déjà de la place. Médecine, compétences technologie, inspiration, persuasion, science, projetage. Ok, non, je pense qu'on est bon là. On s'est bien vidé les poches. Je pense qu'on s'est bien vidé les poches. On va donc aller à Monarque. Avant toute chose, hein, on va voir ce qu'il y a à faire. Quête inactive. On est 2 sur ça. Séance radio, ça c'est le truc pour... Dans du grand vide, on fera ça quand on sera obligé d'y aller, c'est dans pas longtemps je pense. Hein. Et on va faire ça. On va faire Monarque, Scylla et peut-être le relais PC23, mais sinon le labo de Phineas. On va aller là.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Ouais, alors si t'as pas la clé, tu peux pas y aller. Hein. Je te le dis, ma petite.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say.
Vous l'avez déjà trouvé un surnom?
Nah, but I've been thinking on... It ain't nice
Pardon,
to give
sorry.
folks a nickname without them giving you the okay first, you know?
J'ai eu un
Of
spasme
course,
dans
that
le
don't
doigt.
stop Felix.
Allez. C'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est pour les armures ça.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alan.
Reconversion de personnage. Non, 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 non. Non, d'accord. Non, non, pas besoin. Ça devait être, ça a dû être approché dans le, enfin, ça a dû être sorti dans un des DLC. Ça... Ah, mon petit Félixou. Alors, raconte-moi.
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays.
Bien sûr, vous avez...
That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. Always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks in the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way. Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had to live in it. We still had to play by the board's rules. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars, and knowing you could never aspire to be anything more than a box hauler. That's what it's like.
Ouais, c'est compliqué, ouais, j'avoue. Ça a l'air dur. Hein.
Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
Incident de la crosse de Tosball.
Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good.
Ouais, j'en doute pas, une seule seconde. Je connais. 35, arme de main. Ça, je peux pas. Je suis trop nul en armes.
Oh,
en cas de désaccord, on saura se trouver.
Proper
hein.
civilized too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
Je suis contente.
Yeah.
Écoute.
I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that.
Ah, pas de soucis, mon petit
Thanks for
Félixou.
listening, boss. Let's get going.
Ça va déclencher sa quête, ça. Lui avoir parlé, ça déclenche la quête. Hey, Ellie! Doc!
Something
What's
on
up,
your
Doc?
mind?
Non. Je t'ai déjà parlé. Vicaire. Eh, le vicaire!
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me...
Parlons de votre quête personnelle.
Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where the scholar is, when will we be searching him out?
Dès que possible, je vous le promets. Ouais, bah de toute façon, hein, c'est tout de suite. Hein,
Please avoid damaging yourself.
on va aller avec Eli Parvati.
Or others.
On va aller avec Eli Parvati quand on fera la quête de l'homme creux, parce que c'est comme ça que s'appelle la quête du vicaire. On reviendra le chercher avec Parvati ou Eli, je sais pas, on s'en fout de toute manière. Hein, le résultat est le même. Hein. Commence par de la roublardise. J'aime bien ça, moi. Pardon. Et le terminal. Oh.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Ah. Voilà. Allez mon
I don't
gars.
think I've seen you
Salut mon
around.
gars.
That means
Salut,
you must be
Grim.
new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Non. Bien mon
I
vaisseau.
knew it. See, I made what you call a logical deduction.
Ouais.
You
C'est
must
malin
have
mon
seen
petit
those
Fanta.
UDL
Je sais pas
gunships
pourquoi
on
tu
your
penses
way
à
in.
faire ça.
There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils font?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarque Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code.
Nice.
I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Stellar Bay est
We don't
si
get
isolé que
ship
ça?
traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook.
Ah ouais.
And thank the
C'est pour qu'on
stars
aille
for
voir.
them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Ce n'est pas ce que je m'attendais à trouver sur Monarque.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls.
De l'autre côté du mur. Vous dites que le conseil ment sur cet endroit. Pourquoi? Je
Oh,
t'écoute.
sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Putain.
Anyway, Mr.
L'œuf pourri
Sanjar's
qui
got
recouvre
lots to say
l'odeur
on that
de
subject.
poisson.
Kinda
Ah
goes
non.
over my head, though.
Ah non. Bon bah allez, je vais me balader
Mr.
hein.
Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of
Tout à
welcoming
fait,
you.
je vais dire ça mon petit Billy.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor.
Vas-y, je t'écoute. Écoute.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
C'est qui le trou noir?
That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You've been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Ah, en quelque sorte. Pourquoi le trou noir?
On account of him being the best hacker who ever played, nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way.
D'accord, ok, je vois. Ok.
Whatever you say, I could talk tossball for hours.
Ouais, non, on va se calmer tout de suite sur le tossball. Je me
Thanks for
renseigne. Hein.
brunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Ok, non, je m'en occupe, hein, mon petit. Merci, merci Billy. Bonjour. Pardon, je suis beaucoup trop en joie. Waouh. J'aurai ton armure, mon gars. Bennett, t'es qui, toi?
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Vous avez du culot pour un homme qui ne fait absolument rien.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place. This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
Le bon vieux temps vous manque.
Consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
Les iconoclastes. Qu'est-ce que... Alors je dis de la merde parce que je sais ce que c'est, enfin je me rappelle un peu ce que c'est les iconoclastes, mais s'il l'avait posé pour que vous le connaissiez, pour vous l'apprendre, ça aurait été intéressant que... L'armure, je m'en fous.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker
Ah bah Nyoka,
Sorry, I thought
et
you
toi
were
ma
quoting
petite, c'est un des
little
followers.
bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away, getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Chanté.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
D'accord.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
On m'a dit que vous pouvez m'aider à trouver un informateur.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk
Je suis
business.
complètement
I'm
torché.
heading back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than
C'est
that?
pas mal.
To get me something to clear my head.
Qu'est-ce qu'il vous faut? Je vous écoute.
Outstanding. Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Ok.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Très bien. C'est vrai que c'est une ville avec un petit peu de... C'est la première chose, c'est la première fois que t'as une ville qui fait un petit peu ralentir le jeu, quoi.
Get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarque Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
Très bien.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Moi, ça me va.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Ça t'arrive souvent ce genre de décision?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
C'est mignon. Et pourquoi est-ce que t'achètes autant de merde à ce Sébastien?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
Ouais, moi aussi.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Je veux lui parler pour vous, ce
I'd
sera plus
appreciate
simple.
that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's
Qu'est-ce
got
que tu lui
this
trouves?
quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus,
Ouais.
he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for.
C'est tout ce que j'ai à savoir.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Je m'en fous un peu, hein, je vais pas vous mentir. On parlera après, hein? Ah, allez mon petit!
New business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Sympa. Vous avez un rendez-vous avec moi.
You'd be a hit in Byzantium.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here?
Ah, mon petit... Ouais,
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Je pourrais être là pour les deux, allez!
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had
Cet
hoped that
enchaînement.
livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Si vous êtes libre des entreprises, pourquoi les faire revenir?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarque has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Ouais, c'est un peu précaire, ouais, j'avoue. Donc, donc tu veux...
Yes,
au petit, quoi.
freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Ça... Hop, on va faire ça. Regarde, non, ça va encore sonner. Vous marquez un point.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Tu sais de quoi tu
It's
parles.
true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Ça
Not
ça a mis
long,
longtemps.
but the devil is always in the details.
Mhm.
And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Quite one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush.
Et c'est quoi l'autre
I'll
partie
need
du
to
plan?
gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
On se détend, mon
The
gars.
Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Et pourquoi tu dis ça comme ça?
Saying what? Which way? That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
Bon, écoute, je le saurai quand je le
Oh,
trouverai.
and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do?
Oui.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
C'était parfait.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes
Il
it
est
into his
complètement con, mais
review.
c'est génial.
What else can I do for you? Then it... What
On
can I
s'en
do
fout.
for you?
Alors, journal. Ok. Think.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you? If you don't see it, I don't got it. Don't go asking for the special reserve.
Privé, on s'en fout. C'est pas si intéressant que ça. Mais c'est bon, c'est pas foulichon.
Help! Someone's been killed!
I
Qu'est-ce
think
que-
I'm gonna be sick.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est
I
passé?
clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Not much I can do for this guy.
D'accord. Ok. Bon, on va dire que c'est ok. De toute façon, tu prends les quêtes, hein, t'es pas... Debout! 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 Lève-toi! Lève-toi!
Whatever you do, you'll never hear the end of it.
Qui wesh?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Je ne voulais pas vous faire peur. Bon, ah. C'est l'arbet. Non.
Good day to you.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Get a grip, she says, as if I haven't survived this place for 10 years. This town is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Ouais, j'imagine. C'est-à-dire?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Oui, oui,
Lucky
oui.
you.
Oui, oui, on s'en fout à la limite. Pesquette, pesquette. Non, on est batterie. Ah. Syndicat du Cosmocrime, des fleurs pour Sébastien. Ah, ça, j'ai... Ah.
Velma seen that of sorts to you?
Ouais, Velma, c'est là aussi. Je me souviens, c'est ici.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Votre ex... Quoi? Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec
Caleb
l'équipe?
Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Pas un moyen de faire revenir.
Not on Monarque. Sanjar throughout the old work mandates and penalties.
Dommage.
Tell me about it.
Pourquoi ne pas les augmenter?
Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits
Je
on
m'attendais à
hand.
une réponse comme ça.
You
Je suis
mind
pas d'accord.
slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there. Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind? Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's ships.
D'accord, je vois.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
C'est qui cette quatrième?
Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Parle un peu de
Unless
Caleb.
you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got hard worker.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life. Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business.
Les affaires sont les affaires. Parlons d'autre chose.
This again? You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. I don't have time for Grimm, even when I'm not working doubles. Sure can, if you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Ouais, tu sais quoi, je suis sympa.
Damn right he will. Hopefully that'll be the last I see of him for a while. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
Ce sera fait comme ça. Hop, on va booster ça. peut rajouter 40 kilos par ça. Ça, à la limite, on s'en fout. C'est vraiment comme dans un Fallout, de manière très très statique. Et ça. Je vois qu'il y a des gens qui passent, qui restent, qui disent ah, je vous dis bonjour les gens, salut les gens. Je vois le nombre de spectateurs hein, qui évolue un petit peu. C'est 2 à 1 à 2 à 1. Ben, je vous dis bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Je vous remercie de venir sur mon live. Je suis très content que vous soyez là. Et je parle pas beaucoup parce qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup à parler. Hein. Ah ouais, c'est... J'avoue, c'est très nul hein, comme situation. Alors, elle a dit qu'il y avait un bureau là-haut, ça peut peut-être me faire des points d'expert. Chez Persona. Piratage 55 contourné. Ah. Non. Pour ce genre de choses, nous avons ce qu'il nous faut. Dans la technologie, médecine, persuasion, science, inspiration. Lourde, ça on s'en fout. J'en ai déjà en plus. Ouais, j'ai besoin de ça alors. Personnage. Ah, c'est la furtivité. J'ai pas...
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Oups. Allez, on va aller voir Sébastien. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Bon, pas grave. On a fait le tour. Je m'en fous, mon gars. Non, je m'en fous, mon gars. Ah non, pas de Célia.
I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Est-ce que ça veut dire t'intéresser?
Wait, I see what's going.
Oh, no, that's not it at all.
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. But if I give her one, I won't hurt. You sound pretty sure.
Give her a chance. Give yourself...
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well.
On va faire ça tout de suite, c'est rapide. Voilà.
Yay!
Chance, profitez-en, je sais pas trop.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit. Ah, look at me going on. Anyhow.
Donc là, c'est fait. Hop. De libre monarque, pilule. Abigail.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
C'est très
Quite the bedside manner,
70s
lady.
américain.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals.
Sachant qu'elle est aussi médecin.
Now, dearie, who's this pickup for? I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little...
Ah oui, c'est vrai, c'est terrible, hein, mais c'est affreux.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, man. Her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Ah, franchement...
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Je crois que c'était vous le responsable, peut-être.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Docteur est un peu tête en l'air, c'est ça?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter, young lady.
Et où est-ce que je peux le
In the
trouver?
town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Ah. Pour le
The
cimetière?
graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
J'imagine que je peux.
Oh,
Merci.
dearie.
Merci, merci, salut. Salut mon gars. Le docteur Williams. De Braxton.
So, guess who's...
You again! You...
Je cherche Braxton.
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Dilated pupils, anxious posture, muscle spasms. She's high on some quality stuff.
No! Okay, maybe, just a little... Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
Ouais, j'entends bien, j'entends bien. Alors, il est où Braxton?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So, maybe look for him there?
C'est tout ce que je voulais savoir, merci.
We should hurry, Captain.
Ça ne me dit rien qui vaille.
Ma'am, please, I need your help. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature.
D'accord.
Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh,
It's more dissolving than melting.
that is not.
Calmez-vous et
Don't
raconte-moi.
you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous glands, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Oui, on va l'aider, on va l'aider.
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Pourquoi il se serait
He's
enfui?
been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should...
Il aurait dû écouter sa mère, comme je lui dis. Et où il a pu aller?
Listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
C'est où?
Settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak.
Oui, peut-être, mamie.
Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their
Ah oui, c'est très...
Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
C'est très imagé comme manière de voir, de réfléchir. Qu'est-ce que tu as à me dire sur ces...
Like degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Mamie vénère. Et il y aura une récompense, t'as dit.
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
Je vais t'aider à trouver ton fils.
Oh, I know he'll be safe now that you look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
C'est immoral. Sachez-le. Sachez-le, c'est immoral. Mon vaisseau, il est de l'autre côté. Hop là, allez, c'était l'arbé. On va s'occuper de Braxton, déjà, là. Putain. Pardon. Ça a mis du temps à charger, nom de Dieu. Bon, bah on n'est pas trop mal. Hein.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload Saltuna shipments to Karen. Am I the only one getting hungry?
Allez. Non mais oh, pour qui tu te prends là? Tu te crois dur, hein, c'est ça? Tu te prends pour quelqu'un de malin, hein? Saloperie, va. prends pour un... Oh. Tu te prends pour un fort, hein, c'est ça, hein? Salopard, Ah, t'as bien fini, hein. Un petit... Voilà. J'ai envie de dire que ce qui se passait dans cette église n'était pas très catholique, hein. Oh. Oh yeah! Ça, c'est du charisme, ça. Ça, c'est clairement du charisme. Leadership, persuasion. Oh yeah! Pimp! Merci, Billy. C'est des choses pas très catholiques dans le coin, c'est moi qui te le dis. J'aurais pas besoin de tout ça. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce que tu me veux? Codex. Symbole. Bœuf. Des bœufs. Je vois pas ce que c'est le petit logo. Je n'ai jamais compris pourquoi j'avais des... Il y a un escalier là. Ah, c'est une bouteille, d'accord. Ah oui, d'accord. Ok. Un misclic, mais pourquoi pas. Wouhou, c'est parti! Ah, c'est l'automax, ça, d'accord. Alors, où est-ce qu'on va? Oh merde! Non mais oh! Saloperie va! On va bientôt fini, ouais. Y a pas de tension à avoir, hein. Ah, on recharge, on sait pas ce qu'on peut trouver dans la maison. Ah, maison des maths! Un petit glouglou. suis à vous. Ça fait une bonne heure là déjà. On va encore faire une bonne demi-heure, je pense, hein, parce que j'ai des trucs à faire un petit peu plus loin dans la ville, ailleurs dans la ville.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
In my experience, any stranger this friendly either wants to rob and airlock you or sell you something.
Nonsense. Out here in the wilderness, we welcome all who come to our door. Now come in, make yourselves comfortable.
J'espère que vous dérange pas.
Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner.
C'est bien ça.
Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Mon gars,
You must be fa-
ouais, la porte est fermée à clé.
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
D'accord.
I do appreciate your patience.
Est-ce que t'as fait un homme
I'm
tant que
afraid
ça?
we don't get many visitors out here. The raptidons and marauders scare off all but the boldest.
Vous êtes sûr de ne pas avoir vu Braxton? On m'a dit qu'il était venu livrer des
I'm sure I
médicaments.
would remember something like that. Now please, try to relax. Undue stress tends to spoil the meal, you know.
D'accord. Je vais m'occuper alors. Je vais me balader, hein. Bonjour.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
À partir de moment.
That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
Est-ce qu'il s'appelle
I don't
Braxton?
know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers.
Et pourquoi il vous apporte plus de bonbons
He
fusées?
said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that.
Some kind of off-brand drug, maybe? Wouldn't be the first or the worst.
They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
Et qu'est-ce que
Mom
tu
and
sais sur
Papa
ce
said he
monsieur?
came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama
Pas des
says they're a
bonbons,
gift
hein.
from the Eternal.
C'est des médicaments. Merci.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Putain, l'ambiance
We
est...
wouldn't want to intrude.
Ouais, l'ambiance elle est pesante. Hein.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Ah, je visite.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring. What do you think you're doing?
Rien du tout.
Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?
D'accord. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là? Bon, on sort, hein, mais c'est pas grave. Ça met un peu de temps à charger quand même. J'aime beaucoup les autres, ils m'ont enfermé dedans, je sais pas pour quelle raison. Et moi je... Oh non mais la porte, franchement, pas compliqué. Ça va être la chambre des parents, ça, j'imagine. À l'autre. Ah. Ah. Je pense que c'est pas de la sauce à la framboise qu'il y a là sur les murs.
I've seen and made my share of corpses, but this is downright unsettling. I'm gonna be sick.
D'accord. Hop. C'est on va s'armer, hein. Elle est plus là, la gamine. Pourquoi tu ouvres la porte? On va mettre un terme à ce cercle de haine.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
C'est le meurtrier cannibale qui m'accuse de curiosité.
Quickly, my dear. She's getting agitated. We can't let the meat spoil.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick.
Get your best shot, asshole! Watch him! Throw it down! You got it, Captain! Right now!
Putain, ils sont résistants ces connards. J'ai pas un fusil à pompe avec moi? Non mais oh! On ne me mange pas comme ça, moi! De taré, moi.
Feels like the old place I said it before. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
On va se TP même. Non, c'est...
Miss Ellie, Dr. Fenhill, I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
Bon, on va aller tout de suite lui dire que Braxton est mort, hein.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in bed.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need? That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
C'est une horrible manière de mourir.
I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Non. Toute table. Ah, lol. Pilule fétiche. On va aller voir le docteur Williams. Enfin, le cadavre du docteur Williams. On se comprend.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
Va leur apprendre ce que c'est le respect, non mais oh. Je suis peut-être un peu short en armes, non? Ah ouais, non, je fais aucun dégât. Raptiphobie. Ben je l'accepte. Tu sais quoi? Je le prends. Ça me permet de gagner ça. C'est chiant, mais à la limite, c'est pas grave. On pense de niche. Putain, encore un niveau incroyable. On va mettre... ah oui, d'accord. Trois là. Alors, inventaire, journal, carte. C'est Robert. On arrive au bout là, je pense qu'on arrive au bout de la session là. Ouais, encore un petit quart d'heure quoi.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill. I oughta. It's kept me alive this long. I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench. Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Ah là là, c'est affreux. Sur du personnel. Je suis pas sûr. Alors, un Ayoka. Voilà, on va finir la première partie de la quête principale. Je pense que c'est pas mal. On a complété quelques-unes en 1h30. Je pense que. C'est quoi, on va finir avant ça, on va faire ça. Affaire de famille, Amber des armes du grand vide, on s'en fout. Caleb, cash. Ah oui, c'est vrai. Ah. Oh non! C'est trop vite. Oh mais non! En descendant, on lui donnera son...
New face, huh? You from off-world?
Je vais pas te dire qui je suis.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI
On dirait un des frères Bogdanov.
Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
Malheureusement non, j'ai pas le temps.
Smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
On parlait de Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay. If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true. Sure thing. I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know? So far, it's just gossip, you know? But if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the salt tuna warehouse.
Non, moi je suis un connard.
I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
Et je t'ai piqué ta thune. Je suis démoniaque. Nuka.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business. All of the...
J'ai tes pilules.
Says someone who's never had any fun.
Exactly. See? I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sensible. Got her head on straight. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stocking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment.
Great.
Where to?
Voilà,
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Mighty big gun you got there. I'm looking forward to seeing you use it.
So you keep Monarch safe, huh? That's real honorable work, Miss Nilka.
Oh, no. Monarch ain't safe, even with me around. I've just got intimate knowledge of its dangers and an abundance of fortitude. Folks hire me because I know what you can shoot and what you ought to run from. That's a mistake you only get to make once.
Bon, on va s'arrêter ici, je pense. Voilà, on se prend une petite pause. On se prend une petite pause, on arrête le live ici. Ouais, ça fait une bonne heure et demie. Je pense qu'on a plutôt bien avancé sur Monarque. On va péter du raptidon, de la menthe régalienne et tout, ça va être génial. Ça va être génial. Franchement, ça va être génial. Je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là. Sauvegarder la partie. Et je vous dis dimanche, peut-être. Sinon, mardi. Voilà, parce que dimanche, j'ai peut-être des choses de prévues, tout ça. Enfin voilà, que c'est un peu compliqué. Pas de stream demain, pas de stream le samedi. Ce sera soit dimanche, soit mardi. On verra. Je vous dirai au courant, je vous tiendrai au courant sur mes réseaux sociaux. Sur Twitch, pas vraiment, mais plus sur Insta et Twitter. Je posterai un petit live. Enfin, je posterai quand je partirai en live, quoi. Sur ce, je vous remercie d'être là. Je vous remercie de m'avoir suivi. Je vous remercie d'avoir regardé, d'avoir suivi l'aventure d'Anna Grenadine. Et on continuera quand je serai là. Donc dimanche ou mardi, je vous dirai. Bon, je vous remercie les gens, je vous fais des bisous et je vous dis une bonne soirée. Salut!